Yeah, I think, obviously I wasn't playing last game, but I thought that was a great game against a good team against Wash, and showed some character. And I think we played this Tampa team hard when we were in their building a couple weeks ago, so we know what to expect. And, anytime you play the back-to-back champs, you're, a little extra, so it'll be a fun one.
Your group, I mean, you guys seem to get up for these games against the top-end teams. Like, you kind of want to show that you can hang with these guys and compete with these guys. Do you feel like these games in some ways are more meaningful, or can send a message to your group in a different way if you compete hard and even win?
Yeah, it's interesting because I think that, we see ourselves as a team that should be competing and at the top of the league, and I know we're not there right now, and, we're fighting for our playoff lives, but, if you want to go deep in the playoffs and you want to make a run, these are the teams that you're going to have to go through and you're going to see. So I think it's a good measuring stick, and we see ourselves as a top team, and, we want to show, play well against these guys.
Tyson, can you just give me a thought on Josh Archibald getting back in the lineup? Kind of a long road for him, and just a thought about having him back.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great to see him back and have him back in the room. And, I know it's been a long road for him and a lot of highs and lows, and, some health stuff and, some almost seems political stuff at this point. But he's a good guy and, a great teammate. He's great to have back in the room, and he's going to be a big help to our team and a big boost for us.
Do you think some of the criticism that he got at the beginning of the year was a little how did you kind of see that criticism that people were, just because of his beliefs and how he felt about the virus?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to even, I think if I say anything right now on anything, it'll probably come back to me. So it's, it's a touchy subject right now for a lot of people. And, I don't think there's any rights or wrongs. You just, you can't, I think it's unfair to judge people with, where they stand on that. But, it's a tough one. It's great to have him back, and hopefully he can resume playing a full schedule with us and be back around full time.
And with your injury, was it kind of just a nagging little thing, or how do you kind of feeling now coming back?
Yeah, exactly. It's just something that was kind of freak, just kind of happened, and good news was it wasn't as bad as it could have been, and it was a shorter recovery time, and I'm feeling good and 100% healthy. So nice to be back out there with the guys.
Tyson, I know you guys as players like to take things game to game and day to day and all that, but Ken Holland was saying that he wants to look at the standings ahead of the trade deadline, let the standings kind of dictate how he wants to approach things. So I just wonder about the next 4 games and how important you guys think those are to maybe give your GM some incentive to add here.
Yeah, every game for us here is going to be huge on the way out, and I mean, if we can show them that we're in a position to make a push and make a run and give him some confidence in our team, then it's great. If you're always looking to add at the deadline, it means you're in a good spot. But every point's huge for us, regardless of what's coming up.
Tyson, just over here to your right. Looks like you're on a pairing with Broberg today. What have you seen from him so far this season? Yeah,
I think the last few games he's been great too. He's been getting his confidence. It's not an easy league to come into as a young guy and make a difference. And I think he's his skating so impressive in the way he gets up the ice, and he's seeing the game well, and he's jumping in when he should and moving the puck. And I'm excited to play with him and get the puck in our forwards' hands and then jump and join and try to create some offense too.
When you're paired with a new on your left-hand side, how much communication goes on off the ice to make sure you guys are on the same page?
Yeah. Not as much as you'd think. I think that the way that our system is at this point in the season right now, we know what our jobs are and what's expected of us, and it's kind of the same through all 3 D pairings. So as far as that, I think we know what our jobs are, but there'll definitely be some communication, and we'll be talking a lot on the ice, trying to make the game easier for each other, and little plays here and there I'm sure we'll touch on, but nothing too crazy. Just let him play his game.
Tyson, Broberg's playing his 21st NHL game. I'm not suggesting you exactly remember your 21st NHL game, but those first 30 or 40 games for you, do you kind of look back on that and remember what you were going through and now what he's facing?
Yeah, seems like a long time ago now, but just the nerves that you have, and it's hard to break into this league and kind of find out where you fit in and everything, and but it's exciting too. You know, you're getting a chance tonight. You're playing against Stamkos, Kucherov, and all these guys. And I remember looking across the ice when I was younger and seeing Duncan Keith and Taves and Kane and just being, you know, kind of starstruck still. So I'm sure there's a bit of that, but like I said, the last few games, I thought he's looked really good. He's moving well. He's getting some more ice time, and I think he's, you know, he's starting to find it.
Well, do you see that from younger players? I mean, maybe even McLeod, or do you remember a point where you thought like, oh, I'm comfortable now, or I'm not tentative?
Yeah, it was maybe even a little later for me. I think, you know, I had maybe played 30 games or something, and then I got sent back down, and I was kind of down on myself, and then I came back up, and I scored one in OT. And then I just kind of went on a run after that for the rest of that year, and it kind of just solidified me as an NHL player. And it was a good feeling. I remember having that kind of breakout game. We were playing St. Louis or something, but yeah, you're just kind of looking for that moment where, you know, holy smokes, I belong here, and you know, I might have a chance to have a long career in this league. Thanks.
Do you feel like a rookie again?
I've been welcomed with open arms, so it's been good to be back.
Yeah, just the feeling of, you know, the long wait. I guess May was your last game. I mean, does it feel different than coming into a first game of the season after a training camp, or how's your outlook?
Yeah, obviously it's a little different being, you know, mid to end season right now, but I think for me, you know, I treat every game the same, and I think that's what I just got to do tonight, treat it as a hockey game and go out and play.
Is it, I know we kind of talked to you on Sunday as well, but you seemed even then, you felt like, you know, you were ready to go, like you're absolutely healthy and just feeling great?
Yeah, no, feel great, ready to go, and excited to be back.
Watching this team, I guess, from a distance for a little bit here, what have you noticed in this club that you think you can help inject into this lineup to kind of make it successful?
I think throughout the whole year and being able to watch, there's been a lot of growth. Obviously, every team's got its up and downs, and, you know, we've had that this year. But, you know, to be able to come back, just looking to bring some energy. You know, if I get out on the PK, looking to help that out and bring some energy and some toughness out there. And, you know, just happy to be back.
Do you suspect it'll take a couple of games to kind of find your game legs, or where are you at in that kind of?
You know, we've been doing some game sims off the ice, or I guess on the ice outside of practice when I first got back. So, you know, I think it'll be a tough road to get back, but I think it'll come back quickly, and looking forward to it.
From what you've seen, Josh, how would you compare, and there's a lot of new pieces, how would you compare this team you're stepping into the lineup with tonight to the one the last time you played, and are there differences in the personality of it in some ways?
Yeah, obviously when you bring new guys in and you lose a few, there's different personalities and everything, but I think the core and, you know, just the main group that we've got, obviously has stayed consistent and stayed the same, but, you know, it's nice being able to play with some new faces and some new guys, and, you know, really excited for the first game with them tonight.
The other thing, too, is the fans. You know, people are finally coming back and going to be back, and just wonder how that feels for you to be able to step into that situation and experience that again.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Obviously, my last game, you know, back in Winnipeg, there are no fans, so that whole year was kind of tough. So to be able to be back in front of the fans, you know, some of the best in the world, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, you make mention of, you know, open arms in the room and everything. This could be a polarizing issue in some instances. That it wasn't the case here. Can you kind of address and what it meant to you to have the support in the room that you have?
Yeah, I think it was real nice to have the support of everybody coming back. Like I said, you know, everybody respects everybody's decision here, and I think that's the nice thing about it. And, you know, we can just, you know, get past that and play as a team.
Were there conversations that had to have that you have to explain things, or did they just say you do you? And
yeah, I think that's basically it. You do you. So.
Jay.
Morning.
Just wonder about Josh Archibald coming back into your lineup and how much his element can maybe help elevate the group a bit.
Yeah, I'm excited for what he can bring to the table for our team tonight. Obviously, he skates really well. He gets in on the forecheck. He's a good penalty killer. He has experience in this league on good teams, and I know he's really excited to play tonight. So looking forward to watching him play.
When you coach against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and it seems to be sort of tactical with the way they do certain things, is it, and I know every team is challenging, but is it a challenge to coach against this team, and you're done it now once, and how was that matchup from a coaching standpoint?
Yeah, well, I think they're a really good hockey team, obviously two-time Stanley Cup champions. They know how to win. They do things to set themselves up to win. A lot of things that might go unnoticed, but are subtle good plays, and they play towards their identity and within their structure. And so for us, our challenge tonight is to make sure that we assert our game on them, to make sure that we play towards our identity and our structure.
Jay, just to confirm with Josh and his non-vaccination status, is he allowed on the plane? Is he allowed in certain places in the room? Is he allowed to go on the road? Or what's the status with him?
Yeah, well, his status right now is that we're at home, so he's able to play right now within the province of Alberta. He's if we were to go to Calgary, he would drive to Calgary.
So you won't have him for any other games, like no road?
As it sits right now, that is the case, yes.
Okay.
I just wonder about Archibald and just the fact that he hasn't played in almost 10 months. Does he, as a coach, are you comfortable putting him out in any situation, or are there some instances where you might have to pull him back, or what's kind of the game plan there?
Well, I think we're going to introduce him to the way we want the game to be played tonight. We're not going to ask him to do too much. He's going in on a line with Malone and Cassian. I think it suits the way that he plays the game. In terms of extra ice time, I think he can help our penalty kill, but we just want him to be himself and bring what he brings to the table. Like I said, he's got a lot of attributes that I think help teams win games.
Jesse Pugliarvi skated this morning. Is there any update on him in terms of how close he might be to?
He's progressing. I think that's the next step in his progression, was to join them. And it's nice to see him out there. I know he was excited to be with his teammates today.
With Josh, what was the checklist? What were the things you were looking for that made you say, okay, he's ready right now?
Well, he's gone through a bunch of practices, not only individual practices or private sessions, but also team practices. And he's put a lot of work in here, basically since the beginning of March. And I just think that he can help our team win a game here, and that's what we're all about today, is to try and find a way to beat those two-time Stanley Cup champions.
And yeah, help you win. It's a bit of a pain to have a player who can only play home games. He can't do what makes it worth it to go through this, to have him in the lineup.
Well, I think, first of all, Arch is a valued member of our team. His teammates have a tremendous amount of respect for him. And in the end, you're listing the things that might be challenges. But as I said earlier, I think he's going to help us move the needle as a team here and help propel us as we head down the stretch run. And anytime you can add a player of his experience level and his skill set, I think it makes you a better team. So we're excited to have him, excited to see him and what he can bring to the table tonight.
Another guy you're getting back, obviously, tonight is Barry. I just wonder what you, by not having him in the lineup, and what you think he could bring in first game back.
Can you repeat the question? It kind of...
Tyson Barry, getting him back. What have you missed by not having him in the lineup, and what do you think he can kind of bring in his first game back?
In my experience with Tyson Barry, he's given us some good poised minutes on the back end. Some games we were running 70, some we were running 60, but he was able to calm the waters back there a little bit when things got dicey or sticky. And I just think he has the ability to make a really good first pass. He adds to the power play. We had him out there on the penalty kill for a little bit, and he's competed hard. like Josh, anytime you can add a player of Tyson's ability and skill set to your lineup, I think it makes you a better team.
Just piggybacking off of that, Jay, with Barry returning, he's on a pairing with Broberg. What do you need to see from those two? What's their niche?
Well, I think for Broberg, he's a great transporter of the puck. His legs get him out of trouble. He's jumped up in the rush and made us a faster group on the back end. For him, we like it when he keeps things simple, makes a good first pass, and picks his spots offensively. And I think for Tyson, I was looking at some footage of our last time in Tampa. Him and Broberg had some shifts together there, and we felt we played a really good game in Tampa. For Tyson, I think reintroducing himself or being reintroduced to the lineup, we would like him to play towards his strengths, which when I look at Tyson Barrie, he moves pucks. He has poise at the offensive blue line. He contributes to the power play. And if you look at the way our pairings are set up, we have a good veteran presence on each of those three pairings. Thanks, guys.